So we're going to talk about George Foreman's fight against Moorer. Moorer is a left-handed fighter. George Foreman is going to be 45. He's going to try to regain the world championships. He'll be the oldest. And what's fascinating about this fight, if you watch it, and George Foreman talks about it often, is by this time in his career, he's found Jesus Christ. He's had this whole religious conversion, and he's trying to understand how to fight an opponent without anger and without hating his opponent. And when he lets go of all that, you can see him be really patient, and you can see his mind working the whole time. If you see his loss to Ali, and that was the beginning of the downhill of his career, you can see how he's using his anger, but slowly but surely, Ali pulls all that anger out of him, and all he is exhausted by the end and ends up on the ground as a knockout. So it's a great fight to watch, to see the different men, who's the same man, fight completely different ways and from completely different places. And if you see the second fight against Moorer, you'll see this very confident, patient man taking his time, picking off his punches, and he's going to win in the 10th round. And then next we'll go into exactly how he won that physically. All right, so we're going to talk about fighting a left-handed fighter. We're basing this on the George Foreman fight against Michael Moorer. It's a beautiful fight if you ever want to watch it. But when you're fighting a left-handed fighter, well, let's just talk about fighting a right-handed fighter. Usually we're like this, right? And we're going to step into our jab. And this is a very traditional fight. We're just boom, both are right-handed. We're stepping in our jabs. We're going to our left. Now, when you fight a left-handed fighter, it gets clunky for the right-handed because watch him step and boom, it gets clunky. And it's awkward for the right-handed fighter. And often right-handed fighters don't want to fight left-handed fighters. And usually left-handed fighters have a little bit more going for them because they're making their opponent awkward, and no one likes to be awkward. And usually the right-handed fighter start losing his patience. And you see that we're stepping in each other's jab. What's fascinating about how George Foreman fought, he's stepping in his jab, and they're moving a little bit this way, and he's getting that jab off, and he's getting his left hook off, and he's getting his right, but he's not winning any rounds. He's losing every single round. And he's working on Michael until the 10th. And he goes, Foreman goes to his corner, and it's Customato, Ali's old trainer, and Customato saying, "You're losing the fight." And he said, in Customato, "You're losing the fight on points." And George Foreman said, "I'm not trying to win on points." And George Foreman's whole point of all this was to get to the 10th round. He knew he was going to lose every round. And now he's going to change direction. And if you're ever losing a fight, one of the things you can do is change direction, because it's going to throw your opponent off just a little bit. They might not be even aware of you changing direction. And he's changing his direction, and he's walking into Moorer's power, which is telling Moorer, "I don't care." So it's a psychological thing, and also it's throwing Moorer off because they haven't been going in this direction. They've been going in the completely opposite direction the whole fight. And now 10th round, Moorer's tired, Foreman changes his direction. When you're changing your direction and you're moving to your right, you got to throw your jab a different way. Because normally, we're going to step into our jab, right? Stepping in. When you move into your right, you step and you release through your hip and you slide in. Step and slide. So you're still working your hip, still pushing off, but you're pushing off your front leg and you're using your hip behind your punch. It's awkward and it's hard, but it's a great thing to do when you're losing, to change direction and go to your right. So George Foreman decides to go to his right and throws a double jab straight right. And the other thing that he's doing, he's throwing left hooks to Moorer, so Moorer can't go this direction. He has to step in to Foreman's right hand. So Foreman's been starting to throw that left hook So he's making him go this way with his left hook, and then he throws a 1-2, and this is what's so interesting about the Foreman fight. He throws a nice 1-2, hits nice and clean, and hits that 2 right about the head, but it's a little too high. And so he throws the next 1-2, same thing, sets up with a jab, and right, and it's not a pretty punch, but it goes right to his chin, and that's the knockout. Moore goes down. And he gets counted out. George Foreman wins, the oldest world championship ever. And it's because he keeps his composure. He's not using anger. He's not using hatred. You see his eyes open the whole time. You see him, and you see Moore get more and more emotional and more frustrated through the fight. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get our things, and we're going to targets, and we're going to move right, and we're going to work on that. Hang on one sec. So remember, if you're trying to get that fighter moving to your right, you got to you're going to throw your jab, but also your left hook. So what we're going to do first is we're going to jab and hook. Yes, throwing a jab off your hook. It's a 1-3. It's going to be a 1-3. So 1-3. That's it. So he's going to throw 1-3. Good. And it's going to make Moore step into that right. It's going to be a 1-3. Good. One more time. 1-3. Good. Now go back. Now we're going to throw a 1-2, moving right. Remember, when you throw that jab, you got to step to your right, use your hips. So we're going to throw a 1-2, moving right. That's it. Good. See how he plants that right leg as he's throwing his as he's throwing his 2. So we're just going to move right, throwing your 1-2. Good. Throwing your 1-2. Good. Throwing your 1-2. Good. 1-2. Good. Nice and easy, just picking it out. That's it. 1-2. Good. 1-3-2. 1-3-2. Good. 1-3-2. Good. 1-3-2. Good. 3-2. Throw your 3-3-2. That's a real important one with a left-handed fighter. Your jab's not going to work as well, but that left hook is important. That straight right is important. Fighting against a left-hander. So 1-3-2. 1-3-2. Good. Let's work on that. 1-3-2. Good. One more time. 1-3-2. Good. Now let's go back to a 3-2. Working against a left-handed fighter, it's a 3-2. That's more important than your 1-2. That 3 is going to stop them from moving that way and going to set up that power on your right. So it's a 3-2. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2. The other punch that's going to be very important is your left uppercut. So that left uppercut is going to, that's it, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. One more time. So the jab is not going to be as important as that left hook, straight right. We're going to do it one more time, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. That's going to set him up. Now, George Foreman went to his right. Now he started picking Moore off. Moore so he's blocking his left hook. So he's going to start going down the middle, throwing a 1-2. 1-2. Good. Let's move. 1-2. Keep going right. 1-2. That's it. 1-2. That's it. 1-2. One more time. 1-2. Last time. 1-2. Good. Now we're just going to throw a 1-1-2. Moving to our right. Keep practicing. It's going to feel awkward. It's not the usual way you want. Most of the time, you're going to go the other way. But you got to practice going right too. So we're going to throw a 1-1-2. 1-1-2. That's it. 1-1-2. Good. 1-1-2. Good. One more time. 1-1-2. Good. That's it. So you always want to make sure you go in both directions. We're just going to end it now. George Foreman circled around, came back around. We're going to throw a 1-2. We're going to circle around, throw another 1-2. Remember, if you go too high, they're going to just headbutt that punch. You want to head for the chin. And so if you see that punch, it's short, choppy, and goes right to the chin. Let's just throw a 1-2. 1-2, and just keep moving right. 1-2, right down the center. 1-2, one more time. 1-2, last time. 1-2, let's go 10 punches high, then we're done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. That's it, good. All right, so remember, try to work in both directions. If you're working against a left-handed fighter, you're going to move to your right, set up with that power, and then throw right down the middle. Your left hook's more important than your left jab, but you can still use it going to your right.